Happy Wednesday. Today I'm making keto chocolate covered cheesecake bites and almond butter cookies. I'll do the cheesecake bites first. And I have my sheet pan. I have 3/4 cups of, well, 3/4 ounce of cacao butter. And they're like butter, but it's made of cocoa. So we're gonna melt these down. And I have 4 ounces of chocolate, sugar-free chocolate chips. I have a half a cup of eatful powdered sugar, 8-ounce cream cheese, and 1 stick of butter. And we're going to use a half a teaspoon of vanilla. Okay, so this is the gluten-free grade. This is very good, keto friendly. Okay, so we're going to begin with the cream cheese. The cream cheese and the butter is softened. And if you wanted to do it with a mixer, you can, but I'm going to use my hands. I'm looking for my, I have another cookie scoop, and I can't find it. A smaller one, just for these bites, but I can't find it. I'm looking everywhere for them. And the butter, the stick of butter, everything is softened. First, we're going to cream the cream cheese and the butter together, mix them together until everything is smooth. If you want to use a hand mixing machine, you can, but your hand is much better. Okay, so you mix until completely combined, thoroughly combined, as you can see. And this is not going to take long. So we're going to, after we mix these together, we're going to scoop them out and put them on the sheet pan. And we're going to place it in the refrigerator for 4 hours. Okay? Or put it in the freezer for 4 hours. Okay. Now we're going to add the vanilla and the cocoa powder. So a half a teaspoon of the vanilla. Okay, half a teaspoon. And we're going to add the powdered sugar. Okay, so we combine until it's really smooth. You mix until it's really smooth. I'm going to use this blender right now, this whisk blender. This whisk, so I can make sure it's smooth and fluffy. You want to make sure all that sugar is in, no lumps. No lumps. As you can see, it's getting there. No lumps. Wipe my hands off. Okay. It's almost no lumps. So after these harden, then I'm going to melt these down. Okay, I'm going to put it in the microwave. Melt them down 30 seconds at a time. You know. And you can use a hot water. You can use a hot water if you wanted. I think it's smooth. It looks good. Okay. That's good. Okay, it's not too sweet. It's perfect. So it's completely smooth now. So I have 2 tablespoons, which I'm going to, see, it's smooth. The bowl is cold. Okay. All right. So I have 2 teaspoons, which I'm going to form into a ball. Okay. I don't know if you guys can see. Okay. I wish I had my cookie scoop, the small one. Okay. So these are just bites. And if you don't have a scoop, if you can't find your scoop, this is what you do. You make little bites. It's coming out pretty good. I'm going to do this one over. Perfect. Okay. So now we put this, I'm going to put this in a, I'm going to use a smaller pan for this, finish up these. So we're going to put this in the refrigerator or freezer for 4 hours so it can harden. And then we're going to melt the chocolate and the cacao and mix it together so we can scoop the cream cheese cake into it. So make our mini bites. That's what it looks like. Okay? So I'm going to melt the cacao butter, and let me get a bowl, different bowl. So I'm going to melt the cacao and do this first for 30 minutes. Or let's put it together. Let's put it together. And the chocolate for 30 minutes at a time in the microwave, okay? "30 minutes at a time." We're going to melt it, and then we're going to stir until it's completely melted. Okay? And then we're going to scoop the cheesecake has frozen, completely frozen. Looks really good. And then we're going to, after we completely coated them in the chocolate, we're going to put it back in the freezer to get cool, and then we're going to plate it up. Okay, it's melting. Another 30 seconds. I'm coming. I'm just making sure the chocolate's melting. The chocolate's melting, and the cacao is melting. I'm gonna do it one more time so it can completely melt. The chocolate's melted, but the cacao hasn't melted completely. You just need to cook the chocolate to melt, the cacao to melt. Okay. So now the chocolates melt completely, but they still have some cacao that needs to be melted. Oh, it's melted completely. See that? Everything is melted. I think I'm going to put a little bit more chocolate inside. Because I want the chocolate to be coated very well. And that's going to melt really fast because it's hot. So you're making like a ganache. You're making like a ganache. So this is our chocolate, our melted chocolate. Let's take a picture of it. And it's still very hot. So I need it to cool down a little bit. So let me put the cheesecake in it so it wouldn't get softened. And it's not staying in here like for a long time anyway. It's just getting coated. Okay. So now I'm going to get the frozen cheesecake. So I have 2 trays, a small one and a medium sized one. We'll do the small one first. Okay? And it's completely frozen. So we dip it in, and it's going to harden really fast. Okay? And I think I'll double coat it. And it's hardening because it's frozen. So I'm going to do it again. Do a second dip. Okay. So I'm going to put this in the freezer. I'll let this get hardened a little bit. And then I'm going to do a second coat. So these are perfect. Okay. Completely frozen. Okay. I'm trying to move fast here so the cheesecake won't get softened. Oh, why did I do that? Thank God it's getting another coat. It's getting another coat. We're going to put this in the freezer and get the other one out and freeze it. Okay, one more to do. Then we're going to put it in the freezer and let it get hard. Woo-hoo. And this is the first coat. Okay, I'm going to get the other one out. So this is the first coat. And it's completely frozen, okay? So I'm gonna do a second. And it's completely frozen. Completely frozen. It needed to be rounder a little bit more. But it looks really nice. Alright, we'll put it back in the freezer. And then the other one is going to take a couple of minutes. Then we put the second coat on. Okay? Okay, so these are good for the second coat. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm not showing you guys the bowl what I'm doing. So I have a nice glass that I'm going to put these in when I'm done with it. So I'm going to let it sit in the freezer for a couple of minutes so it can get really, really hard. Because right now it's there, but yeah. It needs to be a little rounder. I gotta find my scoop. Gotta find my scoop. That tastes good. I love chocolate. I guess wax paper will be better for this than parchment paper because it's kind of sticking to the parchment paper a little bit. You see the bottom is not getting really coated with the chocolate. So I'm going to put this back in the freezer and let it harden. All right. Okay. So it's going to harden, and then I'm going to come back and put it up. I have a nice glass that I'm going to put it up in. Yeah. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to take the chocolate covered cheesecake bites out of the freezer. Okay, out of the freezer, and I'm going to put it in this martini glass. Okay, so one, I should have froze the martini glass, got that cold. So it's delicious. So our chocolate covered martini, our chocolate covered cheesecake bites. I keep thinking martini. So I'm gonna have one of these. Okay. It's good. It is delicious. It's delicious. So that's it. So you can put this in your refrigerator or keep it in the freezer for later, because it tastes like ice cream. That's what it tastes like. It's delicious. Thank you for joining me today. I'll see you guys next week. All right? Bye. Hello. I am making almond butter cookies, and I have my ingredients. Okay? And I have my mixer, my food processor. So I have a cup of almond flour that goes in here. Three-fourths cup, actually not three-fourths, a quarter cup of sugar, each roll sugar. I'm saying it wrong, but excuse me. A pinch of salt, a teaspoon of vanilla, and a quarter cup of butter. Okay, and the butter is softened, so everything goes in. Okay, all right, everything goes in, and we're going to pulse it, let it go for 2 minutes. Until it forms a dough. Okay, and then we're going to make our cookies. Our oven is set at 350, and we're going to bake it for 10 minutes. I got my cookie scoop. So our cookie let me put this back. Yeah, so here's our cookie dough. Okay. And perfect. See that? I'm going to put it in this bowl so I can do my cookies. Okay. And I'm going to make my cookies, and it's, see, it's not that much. Perfect. Perfect. So I'm going to do my cookies.
I wasn't giving it to you. You, this is for when you go to the line.
It's too big. I don't have my small cookies. You know what I'm doing? I'm just gonna make it into a ball. Use a teaspoon. I'll just cut it in half the size. That's too big of a cookie. Cut it in half. I have to find my cookie, my small cookie cutter. Scooper, I should say. It's my small cookie scooper. And he's gonna bake for 10 minutes. On 350. And it's already preheated. Preheated. I think I want to separate the cookies some more because I don't have a lot left. Okay. This is going to be a little bigger than the rest. This looks like a shortbread cookie. Okay. So okay. 10 minutes in the oven on 350. Okay, 10 minutes. See you in 10 minutes. Okay, so my almond cookie has cooled, and I have a little dish. This is a creme brulee dish that I'm gonna plate up the cookies. And just put it up nicely. Okay. So this reminds me of a sugar cookie, and the bottom is nice and golden, and the top is golden also, a little golden. So I'm going to take a piece of it. Sugar cookie. Yep, definitely sugar cookie. And it's good. I definitely will make this again. It's good. So, almond butter cookies, keto version, and it's good. It's delicious. Yeah, try these, okay? Must try them. All right. Have a wonderful weekend, and enjoy the rest of your week. Okay? Bye.